The state of Iran continues its crackdown against women. In the latest, 2 female journalists have been sentenced for over 6 years in prison. The 2 were arrested for reporting on protests which erupted after Mahsa Amini's death. 2 journalists, Leah Mohammadi and Niloufar Hamedi, have been found guilty of collaborating with Iran's arch-rival, the United States. The Revolutionary Court has sentenced Mohammadi to 6 years in jail, while Hamedi has been handed 7 years in prison. The 2 women journalists have also been sentenced for conspiring against state security for 5 years and 1 year for spreading propaganda against Iran. The sentences would be served concurrently. The trials, which were held behind closed doors, just started in May. These 2 journalists have been in Iran's prison since September of 2022. Now, the 2 were arrested days after the death of a 22-year-old Mahsa Amini, who allegedly died in the custody of the morality police. Hamedi was arrested after she went to the hospital where Amini was being treated. She even posted a photo of the grieving family on social media. While Mohammadi was arrested after going to Amini's hometown of Saqqez in the province of Kurdistan to cover her funeral. International organizations like Reporters Without Borders have been demanding their release. The latest court ruling comes after the sentencing of Amini's lawyer last week to 1 year in prison for propaganda against the state. Tehran and Washington severed diplomatic ties after the 1979 Islamic Revolution, which toppled the US-backed Shah. Now, the crackdown does not end here. In another news, the teenage Iranian girl who fell into a coma earlier this month following an alleged encounter with officers over violating the country's hijab law is said to be brain dead. And now there have been concerns by rights advocates that Geravand might face the same fate as Mahsa Amini. Furthermore, an Iranian journalist was arrested early in October in Tehran after a hospital visit to report on the condition of a teenage girl. These journalists are among more than 90 journalists which the Iranian authorities have questioned or arrested since the nationwide wave of protests last year.